Well, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Just popped back in the office, kettle's on, so you'll probably hear that in the background. So it's been a while since we posted a video. We've been working with some clients and have to respect their wishes not to mention them or do videos on what we're talking about. But we're now between clients. We've got another one starting shortly, been to a networking. So I normally talk about the brand, the image, the customer experience and the customer engagement. And I've been talking recently about the law of attraction and following who you are and what you are. And it comes back to the 5 key things that I've been talking about. Who are you, what you do, who you do it for, and your legacy. Now, one of the businesses, I'm not going to mention who they are and what they are, but one of the fundamentals that we've got now is looking after our staff, touching base with our staff. Our staff are critical to how they engage with the customers. And what I'm finding and what I've seen in a couple of businesses recently is there is a void, a gap between management, leadership and the staff. The staff don't feel listened to, they don't feel connected. And in some respects, they feel a number. They feel a short-term kind of get the problem fixed, this is what it is. And I've been trying to engage with the people I'm working for and say, look, go back down, do the undercover boss, do the mystery shops. This is fundamental to not just understanding your business, but understanding the way your business operates. You need to hear what your staff are saying. Obviously hear what the customers are saying, but your staff are giving you real-time feedback. And just recently I did an undercover boss with one of the clients I was working with. And what we found was there was no structure in the business. Now I need you to have a look. Who do you talk to? And I mean talk, communicate with. Why have you got problems with your staff? Why have you got issues with your staff not being open and communicating with you? Now, this is fundamentally about relationship building. I talk massively about having a relationship with your customers, building trust, building respect. All of that is the same for your staff. If the staff don't respect you or understand you, it's a job. They're just going to come in, do their thing and go home again. And one of the leaders that I was talking to, he said, "And I'm babysitting my staff." Yes, right, you are. So put in a process that you can deal with that. We've got a situation and we've got a world that has been self-developed. We're all spending too much time pressing the buttons. We're spending too much time instant gratification. Our customers want instant gratification. So do our staff. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Put a plan together, work with them. You are, at the end of the day, a team. Now, this is why I get passionate about it, because in sport, we have that. We understand how sport works. We understand how the team work, the tribe work, the emotion, the impact that a team has. But we understand what each of us has a role in. We communicate with each other. Now, probably one of the best ones is football. Don't like football, but we'll go for football. We need to understand that the ball starts in the middle. We pass it between the players with a goal and a target to put the ball in the opposing net. But this has been worked on. This has been practiced on. Each individual component has been worked on with a manager, with a boardroom, with a chairman saying, I want to win this league, I want to win this match, So we've got lots of little mini breakdowns, but each one of them communicates with each other. They work as a team. Now, what I'd like you to understand is, does your business, does your team, do your staff communicate with each other? Are they professional in their communication? And I forget the Facebook, I'm not interested in that. Social media is social media, but we seem to have lost social skills. We can't communicate with anybody else. Was in a business and they'd rather send each other text messages. You're sitting at the same desk. Talk to each other. This is the problem you've got with social media. You're not talking and engaging your customers. You're sending out a message, boom, this is what we do. Great, okay. People are replying, I like this, engage with them. The problem we've got is it's short-term gratification. I like that, I like that, I like that. We need to build relationships. Relationships are built on trust and respect and reputation. And businesses do that. And I've just put a little thing on LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram about building a brand, building a professional brand, a business brand and a personal brand. If you spend too much time playing with your phone, not interacting and not building relationships with your team, your staff and your friends, it's all going to fall apart. Confidence is going to go and customers are going to see that. Now, I know in my world, we go out, we leave the phones at home. I'm of a generation probably that like to do that. We go out, we might take one phone, rest of them are left at home, left in the cars. We go out, we have dinner, we communicate. Now, when you have a meeting with your staff, leave the phone alone. Leave it, put it to one side, because the minute you put that phone on the desk, you're saying that's more important than the people I'm having a meeting with. So when you go and talk to your staff, bring your staff in, communicate what you're going to do for the day, get everybody's phones away. There shouldn't be phones in the office. And I mean this massively. I went to a haulage firm recently and 3 of the guys in the workshop are on their phones. They're meant to be working. You're meant to be working. They haven't got anything that critical they need to be worrying about. You need to be managing the people to get the efficiency. And I kind of get this into my head. We now need to be managers. And you've heard me saying it, I get passionate about this. There's 2 types of managers. There's managers that manage the business and there's managers that manage the people. You need to understand what your people are doing because your people are the face of your business. You rock into a golf club and the receptionist on the phone, basically what she's telling me is that the people on this phone are more important than you paying my wages. I turn around and walk out again. You've just lost me. So you're losing business by what your staff are doing. But if you communicate with your staff, you interact with your staff build relationships with other people, then all of a sudden the business will grow, the respect will grow, the understanding will grow. So communication is key. Trust, respect. It's all built up on looking after your staff. Your staff look after the customers. Your staff are the front of the business. If your staff don't do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, you've got a problem. And like I was saying, talking to some of these business owners and business leaders, they're managing the business. And I need them to manage the people because the people are the interaction. Like I said, went to a golf club and the girl was on the phone. The girl is sat there playing on whatever it is, Candy Crush, Facebook. She's basically telling me that her life and her phone is more important than my business and the people paying her wages. Instantly, time to walk out the door because that's how the perception is. So you start picking up your phone, you're saying that my thousands of friends need to know what I'm doing more. Well, this comes down from culture. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is you need to be looking after your staff, building relationships, building trust, and understanding why they're not looking after your business. You're paying them, you're asking them to do things, trying to, let's understand relationships, let's understand communications, and let's try and understand that social is social. We need to interact. Get away from the phones, get away from the Facebook, and let's try and get some communication. Business, Facebook, business, whatever, I get all that, that's not a problem. But what I've struggled with recently is just general communication. People don't talk to each other, staff don't talk to each other, that's apparent. They send messages to each other, and you're getting this wrong. This is getting wrong. People are saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Hasn't been done in 6 months. New kits arrived 2-3 months ago. Still ain't working, still haven't been trained, still don't understand it, still don't know what we're doing with it. So you're kind of looking and going, why aren't you doing this? Manage the business, manage the people. Simple. Brand image, customer experience, customer engagement. We get all that. You have a team because you either can't do it, you haven't got time to do it, or you're not qualified to do it. So you have a team. Engage that team, train that team, work that team, manage that team, look after that team, care for that team, respect that team. That team will give you the results you need. Fairly simple, really. Works in sport. We kind of get it. Can you get it in business? Take care.